Hello, Diamond Tribe. It is me, Jamie Radiance Moorhead, your favorite Christian life coach, and I'm here for chapter 3 of my 5-week reset with Jesus. We are going to be just going over a snippet of this part of the book. Yes, we are already on chapter 3. Remember, chapter 2 was building a firm foundation, where we talk about faith and what does that look like. Okay, I always want to begin this with reading part of the introduction so that you can know who the 5-week reset is for. And let's start. So it says, welcome to the 5-week reset with Jesus, a transformative guide tailored for those who find themselves at the crossroads of surrender and seeking a profound spiritual renewal. This journey is crafted for individuals who have reached the end of themselves, recognizing the call to take up their cross daily and follow Jesus exclusively. So, if that resonates with you, if you are on the brink of surrender, if you have come to the end of yourself and you want to follow Jesus exclusively because Jesus is the only way to the Father, then this guide is for you. So, chapter 3 is called Nourishing the Temple Within and Without. And so, I'm going to just read an excerpt from chapter 3, just the beginning. And so this chapter, it says, Nourishing the Temple Within. This is where we talk about what we're eating, what we're putting inside of our body. And I put underneath there, don't eat the king's meat. Alright, so it says, each nutrient category performs distinct functions, yet their collective harmony is vital for optimal health. The synergy of these nutrients contributes to the well-being of our mind, body, and spirit. Understanding the importance of these dietary elements aligns with the wisdom found in the book of Daniel, encouraging us to nourish our temple within and how it affects the body on the outside. So that is really the introductory paragraph for this chapter, and why I get to say don't eat the king's meat. Because when Daniel and the Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were taken into captivity, the king wanted to feed them, right? Like, they were grooming them, they were teaching them things, you know what I'm saying, of the kingdom that they had been put into captivity, right? Because this is something that I don't think that people really teach, but when a kingdom takes over an area or region, what they try to do is to remove your history from you, okay? So they try to make you forget your history, your customs, the things that the God that you served, and then they try to put you under rule and reign of their king and the gods that they serve. Well, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were captured, and Daniel, they decided that they were not going to eat the king's meat. They were going to stick to the dietary laws that God had put in the Bible for them to do, which was more of eating greens and those type of things, and eating meat on certain occasions, but it was definitely not the king's meat. So Daniel requested that they eat the way that their dietary laws was, and said, we just trust us. And it come to find out that they were smarter, wiser, they looked healthier, and were better than the people that did eat the king's meat. So they were not brainwashed. The wisdom came from the wisdom of God. And I will say this, like, when you follow the dietary restrictions, your energy level is different, the way that you operate is different, the way you look is different. Like I said, I'm getting ready to be 40. I'm getting ready to be 40 years old, right? And we've seen some 40 years old. I think, like, my generation of 40-year-olds, we don't look 40, and that's dope. But I do feel like we do have some biblical stuff instilled in us where we know that our temple is to be taken care of, especially biblically. And a lot of times in the church, what I have seen is the lack of discipline in the eating area. And no shade to anybody, because I was there too, being undisciplined in eating or overeating or eating too less or yo-yo dieting and those type of things, you guys. And so the 5-week reset with Jesus, we talk about that. We talk about incorporating fasting and what that looks like. And I will say though that when you do start doing that, there is a supernatural level of energy that you get that doesn't make sense to you. There's times where I'm like, I want to go to bed, but I have so much energy, I can't go to bed. In those times, that's what God is keeping you up, for you to do prayer and to seek his face and to worship and those type of things, and intercede on the people's behalf. That's why this is so good. So if you haven't already purchased the hard copy, because the hard copy price is what is in the TikTok shop, click the link that you're going to see there that says 5-week reset with Jesus and buy yours today. Join me again if you want one-on-one coaching. I have a accelerated coaching program on Faithia, and that is a Christian app that is super dope, that provides coaches a platform to service believers of the true and living God looking for a deeper relationship, or just looking for a safe space where we're not being attacked by people that don't believe in Jesus Christ. With that being said, if you are interested in being coached one-on-one and having my 7-day accelerated program emailed to you and following up with me to make sure that you did do the work, that would be amazing. The link definitely is in the description. You're gonna have to copy and paste it and then book me there, okay? But don't forget, if all fails, get the 5-week reset with Jesus, okay? And then if you do need a coach to coach you throughout it, I will be glad to be of service to you. I thank you for your time. I will be back and we will read another section in chapter 3 about nourishing within. I look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to coaching you. All right, you guys.